Hello students, this is Gurpreet Singh, your physics teacher. So today we are going to start our new topic of chapter electricity, which is Ohm's law, and we will also do some brief introduction about the resistance. So let us discuss the Ohm's law. Ohm's law. This is very important topic according to CBSE point of view, and after this video we will also discuss some numericals related to this topic. So let us start our new topic, Ohm's law. If the potential difference across the two terminal of wire or conductor is capital V and the current flowing through it is capital I, means each wire has two ends and the potential difference across the two ends of wire is capital V, means potential difference, and the current is flowing through this wire is capital I. So then according to Ohm's law, the potential difference is directly proportional to current. So what is the meaning of directly proportional? Means if the one term is increases, another is also increases. If the one term is decreases, another is also decreases. So according to Ohm's law, potential difference is directly proportional to current. If the potential difference increases, current is also increases, provided all the physical conditions like temperature, pressure are to be constant. But the temperature and pressure should be constant at that time of that conductor. So mathematically V is directly proportional to I. If I want to remove this proportionality sign, I have to put one constant, that is R, or R is a resistance. So V is equal to IR. This is a Ohm's law equation. Students, V is equal to IR. This is the Ohm's law equation, and this equation is used in this whole chapter in numericals. So from this equation we can also find out the value of R, which is equal to V upon I, and R is a proportionality constant known as resistance, and each wire has constant resistance at particular temperature. Students, listen carefully. Each wire has, or each conductor has, constant resistance at particular temperature. So our next topic is verification of Ohm's law. So we have this observation table. Actually we have a separate apparatus for that experiment, which is known as the Ohm's law apparatus. There is a separate portion of ampere meter and a separate portion of voltmeter. So in this observation table we have 5 current readings and 5 voltmeter readings. So in this first reading, the value of current is 0.5 ampere and the voltage is 2 volt. If we increase the value of current up to 1 ampere, the voltage will be 4 volt. Then again we increase the value of current up to 2 ampere, the voltage will be 8. So according to Ohm's law, we can say that if we increase the current, the voltage is also increases, and that's why we can say that the I is directly proportional to V, or V is directly proportional to I. So we have these 5 readings. We have to plot these readings on a graph. So if we plot these readings on a graph, we will get this straight line graph, and this graph is known as Ohm's law graph, and this is the graphical representation of Ohm's law. Ohm's law graph is always a straight line graph. So but from this observation table we have to find out the value of R, means resistance. So according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So from this equation we can find out the value of R, means R is equal to V upon I, and R should be same. In this observation table the R should be same. How? If the value of current is 0.5 ampere and the voltage is 2 ampere, so R is equal to V upon I. If we divide the 0.5 by 2, we will get R is equal to 4. There is another reading. If the current is 1 ampere and the voltage is 4, then R is equal to V by I is equal to 4, means 1 is divided by 4, which is equal to 4. Again 2 is divided by 8, which is equal to 4. So in all these readings the R is same. So in that case we can say that the Ohm's law is verified. Our next topic is resistance. So what is resistance? Resistance is just a resist the flow of current through it. Means resistance is the obstruction between the flow of current. So according to Ohm's law, R is equal to V upon I, and the unit of resistance is ohm. This is the unit of resistance. This is the symbol of ohm. So if the potential difference across the two ends of wire is 1 volt and the current flowing through it is 1 ampere, then the resistance of conductor is 1 ohm. Means this is the definition of 1 ohm, and we can say that the definition of unit of resistance. So this is the definition of unit of resistance or the definition of 1 ohm. So how can we define the 1 ohm? If the potential difference is 1 volt and the current is 1 ampere, then 1 by 1, which is equal to 1, and which is known as 1 ohm. So it means if the potential difference across the two ends of wire is 1 volt and the current is flowing through it is 1 ampere, then the resistance of conductor is 1 ohm. Since I is equal to V upon R, from this equation we can also find out the value of R by cross multiplication. So I is equal to V upon R. It means I is inversely proportional to R. Means if we increase the current, resistance decreases, and if we decrease the current, resistance increases. These two are inversely proportional. I is directly proportional to V but inversely proportional to R. What is the meaning of inversely proportional? If one term is increases, another is decreases. If one is decreases, another is increases. So if current is high, resistance is low. So the current flowing through a resistor is inversely proportional to resistance. So if the resistance is double, the current gets half. Got it, students? If the current is double, the resistance is half, or the resistance is double, current is half. Basically, resistance is inversely proportional to current. If we increase the current, resistance decreases. If we decrease the current, resistance increases. Next one is the factor on which the resistance of a conductor depends. So there are so many factors on which the resistance of conductor depend. So these are three factors. First one is length, then second one is area of cross section, and the third one is material of conductor. First one is length. So resistance is directly proportional to the length of conductor. Means if the length of conductor is increases, resistance is also increases, and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. So if the area of conductor is increases, resistance decreases. So this is mathematical form. Resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area. Means R is directly proportional to L and R is proportional to 1 by A. 1 by A means inversely proportional. Okay, if we combine these two equations, we will get R is directly proportional to L by A. Means R is proportional to L by A. And again, if we remove this proportionality sign, we have to put some constant. So in this case, the constant is resistivity, which is known as rho. This is rho, and from this we can also find out the value of rho. How? So by cross multiplication, rho is equal to R A by L. So we have to multiply R into A. R A by L. The unit of resistance is ohm, unit of area is meter square, unit of length is meter. So by cutting, the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. This is the unit of resistivity, ohm meter. So where rho is a constant of proportionality called resistivity of a material of conductor, and the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So these are the four topics. So now we will discuss the numerical which are related to these topics. So Ohm's law, which is equal to V is equal to IR. This is the verification of Ohm's law. The R should be same. Only that case we can say that Ohm's law is verified. Here is a resistance. The value of resistance is V upon I. So from Ohm's law equation we can also find out the value of R. and current or resistance are inversely proportional to each other. Next, last one is resistance is equal to rho L upon A, or rho is equal to R A by L, and the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. The meaning of rho is resistivity. This is the resistivity. The SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So let us discuss the numericals.